Youth Week is an opportunity to change the conversation about young people in New Zealand. This year we are exploring the ways young people are giving back to give forward.
As migrant people, we often have we're kind of made to prove ourselves way harder than people who aren't migrants. And in ways like that, we often end up ignoring our families, we ignore our communities because we need to have that individual success. We need to prove ourselves as migrants because we're not from here.
We have to challenge the model minority stereotype because they pit minorities against one another and that negatively affects all of us besides the dominant culture.
In my culture, I think we have a lot of intimacy, love and trust among each other, which is really defines me, what I've become now and how I see the world in front of me. So I think that should be passed on to next generation because this is something that I value or something that I find most precious about my culture is the intimacy among people, is the love we share between families, relatives.
Giving back is giving forward. What this means to me is that I love my culture and there are some parts of my culture that I love and will retain with myself. But there are still some parts of my culture that I challenge, such as violence, sexism, and comparison. I'm giving back by challenging those aspects provided by my culture so that the next generation will grow up in a new world, but still strong in their culture.
My gender is very incomprehensible to a lot of people here because my version of womanhood is very fiery, and I think we can challenge that, and we can, rather than having a nuclear family kind of division, we can work together as communities to share gendered labor equally.
We all are humans, we all feel tired and no one in this world is actually jobless. We all do something or the other. So women shouldn't only be doing the kitchen work and cooking and cleaning, because even they in this world, they work out, they go together with men to work in the office. So when they come back home, it's not their job to get dinner ready for you. So be human, act like human, treat everyone equally.
I'm giving back by giving forward by maintaining a balance between my education and social life.
Everything comes from the nature, so we can learn from the biology of human being as well as living being that in the pancreas, everything works, the insulin and glycogen work together. They're untied thing, but that is what gives our glucose level balance. This thing shows that everything in life should be balanced. We should keep our relations in balance. So we should bring them up. We can't just expect your children to have things which you didn't teach them. So in order for them to give you something, you need to give them something. Trust your children, make them trust you.
Yeah, we can give back and give forward by really challenging that and really owning it and liberating ourselves, not defining ourselves by our successes and our value to the state and to the job market and stuff. And I think community building is a really important part of that.
Whenever inside a brain, a neuron gets an action potential, it means that it sends something. Then the action potential gets sent to another neuron where it can send something else and make it more accurate for another neuron. When the other neuron senses something else and makes it accurate, you can say that it has changed the action potential. So that's what we want to do. Changing the parts of our culture that we think need change and holding on to the positive parts of our culture to give our next generations a better future.
We have kind of a duty to change not only ourselves and our communities, but also to work to change the systems and institutions around us. I think that capitalism often pits us against each other in really nasty ways and makes us we become commodities, we become defined by our successes and our monetary value.
Be human, be loving, be caring, and this should go on to next generation.
युवा सप्ताह 2016 युवाओं के प्रति गलत मान्यताएं न रखें।
Youth Week 2016. Don't make assumptions.
युवा हप्ता 2016 कृपया युवाहरूप्रतिको गलत मान्यताहरू नबनाउनुहोला।
Youth Week 2016, giving back is giving forward.